finding a nice comfortable seated position. Just closing your eyes down. Palms can just be resting on your knees, or maybe just having the palms facing up, whatever feels better. Closing the eyes and just bringing your focus to your breath. So just acknowledging your breath how it is right now, without any judgment. Just notice where the breath is moving into the body through the nose or the mouth, and where the breath is leaving the body, again through the nose or the mouth. Just being still, acknowledging your breath. And consciously starting to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose as well. As you breathe in, feeling grounded through your sit bones and rising up through your spine, through the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, trying to allow the muscles to relax, soften down towards the earth. So breathing in, finding that length through your spine. Breathing out, softening tension wherever you're feeling that, so maybe through the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, maybe into the hips. Just noticing where you're feeling any tension in the body. Using your exhalation to try and release that tension with each breath. Just take 3 more deep breaths here. Maybe sigh your exhalation out through the mouth, just for these 3 deep breaths. Breathing in, filling the body from bottom to top, so feel your belly fill all the way up to the top of the chest with your inhalation. The exhale, releasing the other way from top to bottom. Sigh it out, let it go. 2 more the same. Deep breath in, long breath out, sigh it out. Feel that tension leaving the body. 1 more deep breath. And just letting your chin come down towards your chest. Just doing little U shapes with your nose, so bringing the chin up to one shoulder, going back down through the centre, up to the other side. And just find that rhythm with your breath. Maybe you're using an inhalation to come to one side, exhale to come to the other side, or just whatever rhythm with the breath works for you. Just keeping the movement nice and slow. I'm going to deepen the stretch a little more, maybe hold at the side, draw that opposite shoulder down towards the floor. Just that little pause, maybe for an extra breath. Just moving gently, maybe coming up a little higher each time, drawing the shoulder away a little more. And just do 1 more round to each side. Coming back to centre and just bringing the chin up just so it's parallel with the floor. Taking your hands just slightly to your sides, breathing in as you raise one arm up, and then exhale as you come over into a side bend. Use your inhale to draw back up to the ceiling, and then exhale to lower the arm. Just moving from side to side, breathing in, breathing out. You can close your eyes here as well, just trying to feel your way through the movement. Trying to keep your torso as upright as you can, so not folding forward or back. Just keeping it a pure side bend for now. Using your inhale to find a bit more length in your spine. Using your exhale to come over into that space you've created. And keep the shoulders down away from the ears as well. Breathing in, breathing out. Deep breath in, just long breath out. I'm just going to add a little rotation on our next round, so just keeping it nice pure side bend for this one. And as you come over to the next side, starting just the same, breathing in to grow tall, breathing out to come over. And I'm going to draw the belly in as you inhale, roll that top shoulder forward, keep reaching through your fingertips, and then just rolling your shoulder to come out. And then coming to the other side, breathing in, grow tall, breathing out. Draw the belly in, round the shoulder forward, keep reaching through the fingertips, stay drawn down through the hips. Just continuing here, breathing in, breathing out. Draw the belly in, round that shoulder forward. Nice and smooth, moving with your breath. Just do one more to each side. Maybe pause anywhere this time if you've got a bit of tension. Slowly rolling through, maybe pause anywhere along the way. Just give your shoulders a few little rolls up and back. And just bringing the hands together, interlacing the hands, reaching away from you. So I'm going to breathe in and draw the fingertips towards you. And on the next one, as you exhale, let the shoulders round forward, scoop through the belly, reach the palms away. Inhale, bend the elbows, bring the arms in, sitting up tall. Exhale, reaching forward. You might want to use a blowing out or sighing out exhalation for this one. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, just to really get all the air out of the lungs. Breathing in, grow tall. Breathing out, rounding forward. 2 more here. Releasing tension out of the shoulders, last one. Coming back up, again giving those shoulders just a couple of rolls backwards. Releasing out, and give the head a little movement side to side. And then we'll come over onto all fours. So just bringing the hands under your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Just making sure the weight on your hands or your index fingers are parallel to each other. Spread your fingers wide and try and keep the weight more on the inside edges of the palms, so where the thumb and index fingers meet. Keeping that nice neutral through your spine to start with. We'll just come through if you can, cows. So take a deep breath in to prepare. As you exhale, draw your tailbone under. Feel that movement roll through your spine as you arch. And then from your inhale, releasing from the tailbone all the way through into that extended position. So again, you might want to close your eyes down, feel your way through this. Using your inhales, you come into the dip, letting your belly stretch and relax. And as you exhale, initiate from the pelvic floor, engaging all the way through the abdominals as you arch up. Breathing in, soften and release the belly. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. And then as you exhale, round through the torso, press into the palms, feel your shoulder blades move away from each other. Let's do 3 more rounds here. Using your exhale to arch up, getting rid of all of the breath before you move into the extended position. Nice deep inhalation. Exhale, release all the breath. 1 more here. Turning back to a neutral position. We'll just stretch into the wrists. So we'll turn the left fingers out to the side, turn them all the way around towards you if you can. And then just work on getting the arm a little bit straighter. Maybe you want to lean back to increase the stretch a little further. Get that little bit of softness in the elbow of the other arm. Just holding here for a couple more breaths. Feeling that stretch of the inside. towards you if you can. Just gently try to straighten the arm, maybe lean back a little bit. Deepen the breath. Soften through the other elbow. And coming forward, release that out. Coming back to the other hand, I'm going to flip the hands to the back of the palms on the floor. Same thing, just trying to straighten that arm a little more, maybe lean back if you want to increase that stretch. Now through the top of the forearm, and relax through the shoulders as well here. Forward with the hand a little shake, come to the other side, flipping the hand over so the back of the palm, back of the hand rather, is on the floor. May feel a bit different to the other arms, just being gentle, especially if you've got any injuries there. And just remember to listen to your body throughout the practice. Anything that doesn't feel right for you, just leave it out. Or find some modification that works for you. Giving the hand a shake. And then coming down into your child's pose, we'll just rest on the elbows for a minute here with the head up and just rotate into the wrists. So just keep going the same direction for a moment. And back the other way. Just let all those pops and clicks go. Releasing into your child's pose, so any variation here, maybe with your arms forward, you might want to make a little tower with your fist to rest your forehead. Quite good in the morning if the spine still feels a little stiff, or if there's any sinus issues. Or you can come into the full pose here with the forehead on the floor, bringing the hands down by the feet. Just bring your focus back to your breathing here. As you breathe in, feel the expansion through the back of the body. As you exhale, just sinking down towards the floor. And you're sending that breath through to the back of the rib cage. And expand all of those trapezius muscles through the top of the back. And exhale to soften, sinking down. Take another couple of breaths. Maybe using that exhalation out through the mouth again, that sighing breath. Let it go. Slowly making your way up. So just bringing your hands underneath you and walking yourself forward back to that tabletop position. We'll just do a little stretch into the calves from here. So just tucking the left toes underneath, lunging back through the heel. Keep a little bit of softness through the elbows. Again, trying to keep the weight more on the interior part of the hands. Using your upper body to push back here, so you're getting that release, a little bit of extra stretch into the calves. You may feel that up into the hamstrings as well. Ease off, pick that left leg up, cross it all the way off your mat to the other side. Lunging back through the heel, this time turning to look at your back foot. So you're pushing your hips the opposite way, trying to bring that stretch down to the hips too. Couple more breaths. And coming back to centre, we're going to raise that left leg up, bring it back in line with your left hip. Just bringing the focus to your abdominals now to keep your balance here. We're going to raise that right arm forward. This might be enough for you here just to stay where you're at. We'll take a couple of breaths here before we go any further anyway. And if you want to take this a little further, point your foot and bend your knee. And then reach your hand around. Try and find your foot wherever you can find it. And then using the strength in your thigh to lift that leg up. Again, this might be enough here, or you might want to try and turn and look back at your foot. Holding, not the breath, keep the breath flowing. And slowly releasing. Coming all the way down back to your child's pose. Just taking a couple of breaths. You can do those wrist rotations again if you need to. any variation here, maybe a little pillow with the hands, or your full pose. Shoulders rounded forward, hands down by the feet. Just take about 3 breaths, nice full deep breaths, maybe using that sighing out exhalation. Sinking down to the floor with each exhalation. And bringing your hands forward, slowly coming up, and we'll come over to the other side. So hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips. This time taking your right toes back, tucking the right toes under, lunging back through the heel. Get that softness in your elbows. Reaching out through your heel. And just compare this side to the other side, notice any major differences there. Easing off, pick that leg up, cross it all the way over, off the side of the mat, and then lunging back through the heel, turning to look back at your foot, and push your hips the opposite way, so getting a really nice reaching through the heel, hips pushing away from the heel. Slowly releasing back to center. Pick that right leg up, keep it in line with your hip. Focus on your abdominal strength now, and then raising your left arm opposite arm to leg. Maintaining this position for a moment, focusing on that strength through the core. And then either staying here or bending the right knee, pointing the toes, reaching your left hand around, try and find your foot. You may notice one side might be a lot easier than the other, and then lifting up through your thigh, using your leg strength to stretch into your arm and shoulder. Again, you can stay here or turning maybe to look back towards your foot. Slowly release. Coming back to your child's pose, just taking another 3 breaths or so here. Any variation again. Maybe you want to stretch your shoulders this time, so you might want to keep the arms forward. Gently pressing down into the palms of the hands, rolling your shoulders out towards the sides of the mat. Just going to tuck our toes once we're in our tabletop position and raising up to a downward facing dog. Just pedal through the legs. Just one at a time, just releasing out through the back of the legs. It's so tight through our calves, through our hamstrings. It's nice to let all that tension go. And slowly walking your feet forward. So we're going to come into a forward fold. So just having the feet underneath your hips. Let your knees be really soft here. And just let the shoulders move one at a time. Maybe roll those shoulders out. And just letting yourself hang forward. So just taking the weight more to the front part of the feet. Going to work on getting your legs a little bit straighter. So using your breath, your inhale, find a little bit of space in your spine, and then as you exhale, just soften down a little further. Just letting the back of the hands fall to the floor, or maybe you want to hold your elbows. Maybe you want to hold your elbows instead, or you can hold the back of the legs, whatever feels good there. And just take another 3 breaths. Really allowing your upper body to soften and just hang loose and limp. And all that tension go from the upper body. And take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh that breath out through the mouth, let it go. Then bring your hands to your shins, breathing in and lengthen your spine as you look forward. And then as you exhale, folding down, soften the knees again. And keep the knees nice and soft. We're going to slowly restack the spine, one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up to standing. Once you're up there, maybe give your shoulders a little roll backward. And then we'll just work through a little salute to the sun. So just a couple of rounds here, just to get everything flowing. Just getting yourself into a comfortable standing position. Maybe rock back and forward on your feet a couple of times, just to get the weight nice and even through the feet. Closing the eyes maybe so you can feel the body. And just working your way up from the feet. So just notice what's happening at the knees. Are they locking out? Try and soften the knees a little bit here. And then lengthening up through the crown of the head. Feel the whole body lengthen. As you exhale, soften your shoulder blades down your back. And just get a little bit of a tuck through the pelvis. So gently draw your hips towards your ribs. Again, the inhale to lengthen all the way from the feet up to the crown of the head. Exhale, soften down through your shoulders. So from here, breathing in, extending your arms up. Maybe a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, soften all the way down, forward fold. Breathing in as you look forward, maybe fingertips reaching, or you might go hands to the shins again. And then exhale, folding back down, soften the knees. So we're going to step our left foot back, coming into a lunge. Nice low lunge here, so drop the knee down, sinking through the hips, up on the fingertips so you're lengthened and looking forward. And then bringing your front foot to the back. Finding a plank position here, so you might want to just do a plank from the knees to start with, or coming into your full plank. Again, remember to keep the weight more on that internal part of the palms. So then slowly lower down through chaturanga, bringing yourself down to the floor, relaxing the tops of the feet down. Come into your cobra here, keep the elbows in by your side, inhale, lengthen, a little bit of pressure through the hands, not much. Exhale to soften back to the floor. And then with an inhale, pushing yourself up and back. We'll come through child's pose. Keep the arms extended, gently press into the palms just as much as you want to increase that stretch in the shoulders. And inhale to rise up to tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips to your downward facing dog. So any free movement you like here, maybe you want to keep pedaling the legs, lowering one heel and then the other. You might want to just find your stillness in the pose. So maybe just finding that length through the legs, breathing in, and as you breathe out, try and soften the heels to the floor. Maybe step the feet in a little bit if you want to go a little deeper. Just working the heels in the direction of the floor, whether they make it there or not, doesn't matter. A couple more breaths here. Try and keep a tiny bit of softness through the elbows. And with a breath in, raising your left leg up, bend the knee and step it through the hands. If you need to, drop that right knee first. Give that left foot a hand to come up forward. Sinking through the hips, finding that lunge. And then bringing your back foot to the front for your forward fold. And take a couple of extra breaths here. So soften through the legs. And then just working on bringing that weight more towards the toes. We'll lift the hips up towards the ceiling, scooping out through the belly. Just letting the upper body hang forward, loosen them. And either fingertips reaching or hands on the shins. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, folding back down. Soften the knees, deep inhale to rise all the way up. And with your exhale, bringing your hands back to your heart center. Just pause for a breath or two before the other side. Maybe scan through your body again. Find that weight on your feet. Soften the knees if you lock out there quite regularly. And then when you're ready with an inhale, extending the arms up. Maybe push the hips forward into a back bend. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to fold. Stepping your right foot back now, low lunge, dropping that right knee down, up on the fingertips, looking forward, eyes are lifted. And then stepping your front foot to the back, finding your plank position. Again, still might be doing this on the knees, holding here for a couple of breaths, just working on that endurance through your core. And then through Chaturanga, slowly lower yourself down. Release the feet, breathing in as you extend up through the spine for Cobra. Keep lengthening all the way down, and then pushing yourself up and back through Child's Pose. Pause here for a couple of breaths. And bringing yourself up. Tucking your toes under, exhale coming through to your downward facing dog. Pedal the legs, and finding that stillness. Another option here, breathing in, rise up onto the toes, lift the heels. Bend the knees, bring your belly towards your thighs. So feel that change in your upper body. Try and keep the upper body there now as you straighten into the legs. You can do that a couple more times if you like. Finding that stillness, keeping the movement flowing, listening to what feels good for you today. And we're going to raise our right leg up, breathing in, stepping it all the way through if you can, dropping that knee down. Eyes and heart lifted, sinking down through the hips. And stepping your back foot to the front, finding your forward bend. Again, a few extra breaths here, just letting tension go. Or if you want to go deeper, holding the back of the calves, using each exhalation to just gently bend the elbows, encouraging your nose towards your knees. Again, those other options of holding your elbows or just letting the arms hang down. And then reaching as you lengthen your spine, breathing in to look forward, breathing out as you soften down again. Bend the knees deep, inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale coming through to your heart center. Just taking a breath or two here, the shoulders relax down, releasing the arms just down by the sides. And then making your way back down to the floor, coming down onto your back. Just come to your position, laying here with the knees bent, soles of the feet resting on the floor. Just wiggle those feet out a little wider, so about the width of your mat. Taking your arms into cactus arms, so just with the elbows bent by the sides. Take a deep breath in as you exhale, let the knees come over to one side, turning your head the other way. Inhale to bring them back to center, exhale to the other side. So moving with your breath, inhale to come up, exhale to come over. And the next round we'll just leave the knees over to the side. Just leaving them over to one side, holding here and just taking an extra couple of breaths. So feel the breath coming into the side of the ribs. As you breathe out, just try and let the hips soften and release a little further. Sometimes we don't even realise we're holding on to the hips. Just try and let them release and relax. One more deep breath here. And using an inhalation, think of using your abdominals as well to bring the knees back to centre. Exhale over to the other side. feet in back to that parallel position in line with your hips. Just resting your arms down onto the floor, making sure you're in a neutral alignment here, so your feet are far enough away that you've got that little bit of space under your lower back, nice and flat through the pelvis. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently draw your hips towards your ribs, shortening those oblique muscles and just pressing your lower back down to the floor. Breathing in and move the pelvis the other way, so arch the back here, and then exhale, pressing the back down. So just moving between those two positions, a little bit exaggerated here, just to really roll through the spine, feeling that change of the pelvis position. Couple more times here. Feeling that engagement through the abdominals when you draw the hips to the ribs, press the back down. And then coming into the arch with that nice stretch through the lower back. Coming back to a neutral position, we'll just work our way up into a shoulder bridge. So using your arms for support to start with. As we breathe in, we're going to come into that little imprint, pressing the lower back down. And then just releasing back to neutral. The next one, press the lower back down, just pick up the glutes enough just to feel that contraction there, and then roll back through the spine. So each time you come up, just peeling the spine away a little more, so it's coming up another couple of vertebrae, roll it back down. So I'm going to feel the engagement through the abdominals, the glutes. And as you start to come up higher, you'll feel the hamstrings coming as well. Just feeling that change or that sequencing of muscles, just so the hamstrings don't get overworked here. Coming up a bit higher each time, might be just about there. Rolling your way back down. Come up higher, think of reaching your knees towards your toes. So just getting that little bit more length through the spine, through the whole of the torso. Coming all the way up if you're not there already, all the way up to the shoulder blades. We'll pause here at the top. So again, think of that direction, reaching your knees towards your toes, really squeezing through the glutes to keep the hips lifted. Take another deep breath in. And then use your exhale to melt down through your upper back, middle back, and then that challenging part, rolling through the lower back, all the way back to neutral. And exhale, coming up again. You might want to hold a little longer. Maybe bring your hands together underneath you, interlace the hands, draw the shoulders under as well if you want to bring that stretch into the upper thoracic part of your spine. Watch where the weight is on your feet, try not to let the knees splay out, keep the interior part of the feet pressing down as well. Holding here, another breath or two, or you can release whenever you're ready. Just releasing your hands and your shoulders, and then slowly rolling your way back down. Another variation you might want to try, this one will work your abdominals a little more, particularly your obliques, is bringing your arms up like you're holding a box about shoulder distance apart. And then when you're ready, peeling the spine away, engaging through abdominals, glutes, then hamstrings. Just moving your way through, a little bit more challenging now, just to keep that stability through the hips, through the torso. So either this option or the one we just did with the arms together underneath you. Or you may just wish to continue these bridges just with your hands down on the floor. So we'll just do 2 or 3 more rounds in your own time, holding a little longer at the top if you wish. Keep reaching the knees towards your toes, ensuring the weight's nice and even on the inside and outside edges of the feet. Last one. Rolling through the spine. When you're finished there, just bring your knees in towards you. Little rock from side to side, little circles with the knees. Just releasing into the lower back. Back the other way with the circles if you haven't already. And we'll stretch out into our legs, bringing our left foot all the way out. Draw your right knee in, take it out to the side, get around your belly and internal organs, interlacing your hands just underneath your knee. So just apply a little bit of pressure here, drawing your knee towards your right shoulder, keeping your elbows in nice and close to the body, stay nice and long and lengthened through your left leg. Keep that knee in towards you. Bring your left arm out at shoulder height just to anchor the left side of the body, flexing into your left foot. And then open through the hip, bringing your right elbow to the floor. Let your knee just rest on your right hand. So no rush here, just trying to allow that time and gravity that the hips need, just to allow that opening and release. Slowly feeling the knee drift towards the floor, letting that hip just open in its own time. Try not to roll over onto that right hip, so stay grounded through the left side. Couple more breaths. And bringing that leg back to centre. Swap your hands over. Keep drawing your knee across your body. You might want to shift over onto the outside of your hip. It's for a universal spinal twist. Trying to keep your right shoulder blade down on the floor, looking over your right shoulder, gently drawing your right knee towards the floor, using your left hand. You might wish to stay here, or maybe bringing your head to look the other way. This will just deepen the stretch into the neck. See what feels better for you. Try both if you like. Looking towards the right arm or looking away from it. Couple more deep breaths. Trying to release that tightness wherever you're feeling it, usually around the hip. It feels travelling through the legs, up the back. Come out, use your left hand and you push your leg back to centre, just extending that leg out. Come to a Shavasana position for a moment, just comparing both sides, noticing how that feels through your hips. Even up the other side, draw your left knee in, take it out to the side and back in, interlacing the hands just underneath the knee. Just drawing your knee towards your left shoulder, keeping the elbows in nice and close. Two more deep breaths. Easing off, keep that left knee held with your left hand, anchor through the right side of the body, so right arm, right leg flexed, and then slowly open through the hip, letting your left elbow come to the floor, just letting your knees soften into your left hand, without rolling over to the left side, keeping your pelvis as square to the ceiling as you can, just allowing the hip to open, drifting that knee down to the floor. Just taking two more breaths. And using your arm strength to help bring the knee back to centre. Swap the arms over, shifting your weight over onto the outside of your right hip. Gently guiding your knee across the body, maybe looking over your left shoulder, or again you might want to try turning the head the other way, just deepening the stretch into the neck. one on this side compared to the other side. Feel a little bit different. 3 deep breaths here, releasing and softening a little further with each exhalation. And then to come out, use the strength of the right hand, just moving, pushing yourself back to center, releasing the legs out, coming into a Shavasana for a moment. That little reminder to the physical body, trying to let go whenever you're in this position. Just letting the floor support your body. Try not to hold on. And keep reaching through the legs. We're going to walk the legs over to the left side of your mat. Crossing your right ankle over your left ankle. Reaching your arms overhead. Moving your shoulders over to the left as well. We're going to hold the right wrist with the left hand. Just bending your body like a banana, feeling that stretch all the way from your toes to your fingertips. And then trying to soften into it a little more, so not holding so tightly. Just let everything sink down towards the floor. Releasing, walking the feet over to the right side of the mat, crossing that left foot over the right, walking your shoulders over, holding your left wrist with your right hand. Enjoy that stretch all the way through the side of the body. Releasing the arms there, bringing the arms back down by the sides. Bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. So we're going to reach our right leg up towards the ceiling, just holding behind the thigh, rotating into the ankle, just going about 5 each way. And stretching through the hamstrings, reaching the leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe you can walk your hands further up the calf or just keep the hands behind the thigh. And soften through the upper body. Just notice how the tension usually creeps in somewhere when you're stretching the hamstrings. Try and just let the arms do the work here. Let your legs soften and release. And then bending your knee, placing your ankle onto your left thigh. So just spend a moment here using your right hand just to encourage your right knee away. Just working on opening the hip a little further. And just moving that left knee side to side. Just softening through the hips a little more. And coming back to centre. You might want to stay here and just keep encouraging that right knee away or lifting your left foot off the floor. Holding under your thigh, around the shin. And if you're straining with the head and shoulders, just stay on the floor. Maybe use a prop or a towel or something to wrap around the leg so that the upper body can relax down onto the floor. Keep your right foot a little bit flexed just to protect your knee. And then using your arm strength, drawing your left knee in towards you. Maybe use your right elbow to keep working your right hip open. Deep stretch here, so deepen the breath. Stay here for another 3 breaths. And ease off and just that little side to side movement through the left leg. Massaging out through the hips. Releasing the grip, uncrossing the legs and coming to the other side. Reaching our left leg up, interlace the hands behind the thigh, just rotating into the ankle. And back Soften through the upper body, maybe reaching further up the leg if you can. Just avoid that temptation to lift your hips off the floor as well, just keeping the hips nice and heavy, maybe reaching further up the leg. Relax through your face, your jaw, the back of your head, your shoulder blades. Easing off, bending your left knee, placing your ankle on the thigh, keep your left foot a little bit flexed, just moving the hips side to side, loosening off here. And coming back to centre, using your left hand to gently encourage your left knee away from you, just getting those hips a little more open before going deeper. Staying here or lifting the foot off the floor, thread the needle holding around underneath your thigh, around your shin, using a prop if you need to make those arms feel a little longer. And just gently encouraging your right knee towards you. Use your left elbow to keep working that left hip open. Deepen your breath. Soften with each exhalation. Gentle side to side movement, releasing out the hips. And releasing the legs. Just come into a Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together, letting the knees just open out to the sides. Letting your palms face the ceiling. Take a few deep breaths here. If you find this quite painful in this position, you can just make a little fist and just rest them underneath the hips, just so you've got that little bit of support there. If you find it a bit too intense, just letting the knees drip to the floor. Another couple of deep breaths, sighing that exhalation out, letting go. Bringing the knees together, draw them in towards you one at a time, cupping your kneecaps with your hands and just trying to let your arm strength do the work here. So maybe just give the legs a little shake, trying to let the legs be passive using just your arm strength. We're going to keep our big toes touching, breathing in as you circle the knees away from you and then bring them back together. So we're splitting the knees apart, rotating into our hip joints, so controlling that movement from our arms, trying to let those legs relax. So with your breath, your inhale as the knees come away from you, exhale as the knees come towards you. Just finding whatever rhythm works with your breathing. A few more this direction. Going back the other way. Inhale the knees away from you. Exhale to draw them in towards you. So you can make sure the arms are controlling that movement. Those hips soften. We'll return to that Baddha Konasana position, feet together, knees just reaching out to the sides, palms facing up. Just taking a few deep breaths here before we move into our Shavasana. stay in this position if you like, or just extending your legs out. Just reminding your body now, you don't need to hold on to the floor, fully support your weight. Just scanning through your body, noticing the areas that seem to hold on to tension, things to notice throughout your day as well. Just really mentally trying to release those areas using your breath. Just closing your eyes down. Imagine an energy and lightness gathering around your feet. Moving through the soles of the feet, the toes, the ankles. As you breathe in, imagine this lightness moving up through your lower legs. And then it pass through the centre of your knees into your thighs, your hips and your pelvis. Feel your lower back release as you exhale. Everything below your waist is completely relaxed. Released of tension and fatigue. Imagine this lightness moving up through your torso, releasing your abdominal muscles, your internal organs, releasing up your spine one vertebra at a time. Lightness move through your chest and shoulders, releasing down through your arms, elbows, your wrists, your hands and fingers. This lightness now moving up through your neck, releasing your jaw, your cheeks and your forehead, all the way through to the back of your head. Whole body completely relaxed, released of tension and fatigue. Just enjoy a few more deep breaths here in Shavasana, softening, melting down towards the floor. Just being here in this moment with your breath. When you're ready, slowly starting to bring that movement into the fingers and toes. Wriggling the fingers, moving the ankles, maybe rotating wrists and ankles. Reaching your arms overhead, having a big stretch. Fingers and toes reaching opposite directions. And relax everything down. Maybe bring your knees in towards you. Give yourself a little hug. Waking yourself back up. Maybe using that little rocking motion. Circling the knees each way. Just listening to what your body needs to do. And then when you're ready, slowly making your way back up to a seated position. And that completes our session. Thank you. Namaste.